Hey, what's going on? It's Sammy from WSTR and I'm here with 932. Yeah, last day. I'm good, yeah. I'm good. I'm tired. It's not been a super long one, but haven't been touring as much in the last few years, so got a bit older and like it's taken out of me a bit more now. But yeah, it's been good. Been happy with the shows. Like, not been here since 2019, so we've been really made up about the people still coming and stuff. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, it's been awesome. There's been a few sellouts and yeah, we didn't know what to expect, so happy overall. Yeah, it's kind of just like a formula that I've been working with for like a long time anyway. It's pretty dark and self-deprecating lyrics, obviously put into a happier kind of more major song, I guess. There's nothing too deep about it, really. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just like a little banger we kind of like cooked up. Yeah, but it's about basically having enough, being at the end of your tether, you know, the same old kind of stuff that I usually sing about most of the time. But yeah, it wasn't the most comfortable. The bath scene took like a couple hours. Yeah, it wasn't that nice. It was very like crummy, if you can imagine. So yeah, it was horrible, to be honest. It put me off for a while, yeah, it did put me off for a while. And like, I had to make a lot of the toast as well myself, and that took days. Like, it took like 3 days for all the toast to be completed. So yeah, I am a little bit put off toast, to be fair. Go to like bagels or something instead, maybe, for a bit. Yeah, I think it is kind of back to basics for us still. Like, we're still the stuff we're working on at the moment is a little, I don't want to say heavier, because that sounds, it's still pop punk, you know what I mean? Like, but it's more kind of aggressive, but still kind of like fun, like our older stuff. Like, I would compare it most to like Red, Green and In Between, probably our first full-length album. Maybe a little different, but like compared to anything else we've done, I'd put it around that. I think there's some experimental stuff in there, but it's more basic than the stuff we tried to do with, like, say, Identity Crisis and that. I think we had our little like experimental songwriting phase a few years ago and enjoyed it, but then thought maybe we should go back to, we had time off and we were like, let's go back to what we were and like who we are, kind of thing. So yeah, it's like there's more music and it's gonna be punk rock basically. To me, I think if I listen to it, I'm not gonna think it sounds like old stuff we've done, because it will be different. Because like you said, it was years ago, and I don't think we could ever recreate the same stuff we did before. But as an example, I would say it's like the closest to that we've done since, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's little elements of like, we wanted to go with like maybe, like, I don't want to spoil it too much, but we try maybe like an earlier Sum 41 vibe, or, you know, something like around those kind of roots, like kind of skate punky, fun, kind of aggressive but still pop punk kind of thing. It's just I like the word. I'm a big horror guy. Like most of the films I watch are horror and always have been. So I guess like I take a lot of influence lyrically from like movies or shows or something that I watch, and just like stuff I take in from, you know, just things that I like. And I guess Ouija boards are like on my mind because they creep in. And they're cool though. I like. We had one made for us by a girl in Texas for that video, in Bad to the Bone, and I really want it. I don't know where it is, but I don't think I'm allowed to have it in the house. But like I would love to get hold of it someday. I really like playing the song Until Then from Till the Wheels Fall Off. Just fast and like quite sing-alongy. And Live, Laugh, Toast, Bath has been fun too. It's been crazy reaction considering it only just came out. Because like even on the first day, I think it came out, I think we were in Prague. Oh. So to hear people singing it when it came out like that morning, that was cool. In Prague too, like we're lucky to even be, we're not from that country, so it's crazy to us, do you know what I mean, that people turn up anyway. Mm-hmm. So playing a new song in these cities and having a good reaction is pretty special. So yeah, probably that one on this tour because it's new. So yeah, it's cool. It's surprising. Like it's like I said before, you never really know what to expect. I think that's the same with everyone's release. Like no matter how well you're doing as a band, you're always nervous with like a new release just in case it doesn't do well, you know, like 'cause it's not everything's always gonna do well. So yeah, it's I've been really happy with the what's the word?
Reaction.
Yeah, the reaction. To be honest, yeah, it's been sick. So yeah, just excited to put more things out there, I guess. Yeah, to be honest, not just live, just in general as well. Eastbound and Down is probably it's one of our biggest songs, I would say. But originally, when we did that record, I didn't want that on the records. Yeah, I did. I thought it was too slow and too soft. I was like, can we get rid of that one? We didn't. Like, obviously, it came out, and I was wrong, obviously, because people liked it probably the most. But probably that one, to be honest. Yeah, I never thought. I was like, that's not us. That's not Wasted. That's not gonna. People will hate that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, what do I know? Yeah, it's become part of like me, you know. It's become part of our set. So you grow to love it. Yeah, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite song to do live, but it is good for the crowd. Like crowds sing it loud and stuff. So it's always fun. It's always a good time. But I wouldn't say it's like my favorite personal one to sing. There's ones that are like more fun. I wasn't born in Liverpool, so I didn't have like grow up with the Beatles or anything like that. But I did grow up around music like what was my mum listening to? My mum was listening to like Oasis and something called Elvis Costello, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know how the Beatles would have influenced us. Alex, our bassist, is a big fan of like the Beatles and all that kind of music. So it probably has in ways, and especially on Identity Crisis when we started like trying to write more stripped back kind of rockier songs, we took a lot of influence from like bands that we never, well, I personally never thought we would, such as like, you know, like bands that like stadium rock, or like bands like Arctic Monkeys and My Chemical Romance and like stuff like that. It's not the Beatles, but you know what I mean. We took influence from like more bands like that on that record, or tried to. Whereas before that, it was just straight up pop punk. Like all we listened to was like Knuckle Puck, Stories of Far, Neck Deep. We were like in the scene heavily, you know. So we just kind of did our own version of that because it's what we loved. But yeah, the Beatles, I don't know. They've influenced all of us in some ways, haven't they? Really. So yeah, they're probably in there somewhere. It probably is important now. Yeah, it's not something we ever really like. It's not something we ever like plan to do. We never really plan to say like, let's make this dead funny. It always just kind of happens. Like I think it's like the just like the people that we are. I think like at the start, originally we wanted to be like a cool guy band. You know, we were listening to, you know, Story So Far, stuff like that. They're a cool band. Like they didn't do anything too, you know, jokey, or they didn't really do any press or anything like that. And I was like, that's cool. I want to be like that. But it didn't work. It didn't work out that way. And like we started making a video for our first song, which sounded pretty serious. I thought, the song Graveyard Shift. But then we done a video, and it was like, right, yeah. We just started like having a laugh and having fun with it, and like dressing up and that, and I was like, yeah, well, I guess that's what we do now. It took, like, people liked it and laughed at it and stuff, and then I guess we just kind of like, I guess it's like turned into like characters kind of thing. It's like a self defense thing as well, you know, like a lot of us are quite awkward, so we probably like try and like make it funny to kind of like mask the awkwardness, maybe. I don't know. It does, yeah. It doesn't. We don't really plan ever to be like, let's make a funny video. It always just turns into like, what can we do? And then we like discuss ideas, and then we're like, oh, it would be funny if this happened, or how do we make this video like bad? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, kind of like that. Which rock song rocks the hardest? When you think of rock, you think of this one, Carly Cosgrove. And now I have to answer that question. Which rock song rocks the hardest? That's hard. So many rock songs. What rocks the hardest? Break stuff's pretty hard, isn't it? Yeah, you think? We stick with that one? Alright, Break Stuff, Limp Bizkit. Well, if you're watching it, thanks for watching. We're back in Europe in May for Noise and Needles Fest, and maybe some other stuff around that, so keep looking out for that. And yeah, new music soon. That's about all I can say, really.
Music.